No, let me do the stuff first. We're going to review it. We're going to review everything. Don't forget. Don't forget. But it doesn't take us very long. Once everybody gets here, my part's real fast, and we're not going to do the peer assessment today. I'm assessing the lesson plans today.
Okay, well, I have a question.
So it'll be real fast.
I have a question too.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, about this part. So this is what, because I didn't understand, so this is what I was missing, right?
Correct.
Okay, all right, that's what
That's
I
all
was
you're
wanting to
missing.
make sure. Okay.
Yep, that's all you're missing.
I have a question as well.
Okay.
Because I know this is a lot of bullet points here.
But it doesn't make any difference. You can do all you want.
Yeah, but I broke it up. Some of them are 1 minute, no more than
Yeah,
15.
and I do that too.
Okay,
Yep, beautiful. The more you break it up, the better.
okay.
Only you know the right size piece for your children.
Because like when we're looking at plants versus animals, they need to know them.
Yeah.
Because they only think that endangered species are biodiversity.
Perfect. Yep,
Okay.
perfect. When I dealt with my lower level students, I did one problem at a time. Made sure they could do that one before I moved on to the next one. My different groups might have had different problems. Well, you hand that in with your ticket out the door.
Okay.
Staple this on the bottom today.
Okay.
And I'm grading both of them. If you get a 1, you won't get any descriptive feedback. But if you get a 2 or a 3, I'll give descriptive feedback. And we'll talk about descriptive feedback today.
2s and 3s.
I know, I can tell already. Yours are 1s. I can see that already. Almost everybody had 1s last time. Just about everybody. And some people just a little tweaking. Depth of knowledge seems to be something that people struggle with a little. A little bit of struggle.
Hey, how are you? Okay,
What's that?
Hands off my no.
That is the ticket out the door. That's the ticket out the door.
3 little blanks supposed to be.
Which 3 little blanks?
I'm like, so I kind of write it down to help myself study.
So it's the opposite of large is,
Small.
the opposite of cumulative, more frequent.
Frequent. Okay.
More frequent. And then the opposite of low level would be
High level.
higher order, right, rigor.
Okay. Higher.
That's a combination of application and rigor.
Okay.
Because multiple choice tests are typically knowledge-based information.
I see.
So yeah, so it's higher order. So it's application and rigor. Application and rigor. But we'll go over that in a few minutes. We'll go one step at a time, sweet Jesus. Good morning, everybody. Learning target. What is that again? What is this? What does this mean? I know it's an I can't statement, but what does it mean by the end of this 45 minutes? Yeah, the you should be able to do that, right? That by the end, and look, have I shown you my cute little clock? You make it red like that, and it tells me how much time I have. When the red goes away, I'm out of time. I won't run out of time today. So anyway, today, at the end of this 45 minutes, you should be able to distinguish between evaluative and descriptive feedback, identify the 21st century themes and skills. We did that last time. Remember, you have to put the skill and the blurb on your test today. Identify Tier 2, Tier 3 intervention. That's unique to your school. We'll go around and listen to what's going on here. And then the lesson design that you have. So you'll be handing in your ticket out the door on top today, your lesson design on the bottom. We won't be doing peer assessment today. I'll be assessing it. And you'll get the same grade like last time. A 1 means you understand it and can help others. A 2 means you still need a little bit of help. And a 3 means you need a lot more support to get ready for next time. Let me talk about the assessment next time. Remember, the post-assessment is identically the same as the pre-assessment. And if you take all the tickets out the door from sessions 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, if you put them together, you have the post-assessment. So all I did is take the pre-assessment, cut it into pieces, broke it up into those 7 sessions, and now I'm putting it back together again to your post-assessment. So there are 70 answers altogether on the test on April 7th. So each answer is worth about 1.4 points. You'll get 2 grades next time. One will be your knowledge-based information. If you get 63 through 70 correct, it'll be blue. 56 through 62 will be green. That's proficiency. Yellow will be from 49 to 55, and red is anything below 48. So proficiency is 56 or above out of 70 correct. And then you also get a 1, 2, or 3. So you do one more lesson. Any of the lessons that you teach between now and April 7th, print that out for me, and you'll get a 1, 2, or 3. So you'll have 2 grades again next time. You'll get 2 grades today. You'll get your grade on the ticket out the door and a 1, 2, or 3 today, and the same kind of assessment for next time. Any questions on next week's test? Post-assessment, all I did is delete a pre-assessment and put post-assessment in its place and printed it. So it's just like our first day together, identically the same. And the lesson plan next time, right? And I'll send you an email that says all that. So today, let's play with this first, and go to the side that says examples. So if you looked at the PowerPoint presentation, I just printed some of the key slides from the PowerPoint presentation. So read over the description of the examples for evaluative feedback. Just read those over briefly. Examples of evaluative feedback. Look up when you're ready for my question. All right, what can you tell me about evaluative feedback? It's what?
Judgmental.
It's judgmental. Yep, it sure is. What else?
If you want learning to end, you incorporate that.
Correct. Even if you give a student an F, it means I'm finished. So evaluative feedback is when you want students to stop learning, you give them some form of evaluative feedback. Even a smiley face or a sad face, a check. All those things are evaluative pieces of feedback. All right, so let's turn the page. Look at some definition of descriptive feedback, and now think about how you can compare the two in a few seconds. So look over descriptive feedback, also examples. So the next 2 pages look over. So what can you tell me that's different between evaluative feedback and descriptive feedback? What's that? Yeah, descriptive is it's more wordy, isn't it? It takes you longer to do descriptive feedback for sure. And you said if you want learning to end, you use evaluative feedback.
Yeah.
If you want learning to continue, you use what kind of feedback?
Descriptive.
Yeah, descriptive feedback. Remember at the very beginning, our very first lesson together, the pre-test? What grades did you get on that pre-test?
100 or not yet.
A or not yet, right? And an A was actually from 63 through 70 correct. An A or not yet. That's using, I didn't give descriptive feedback on that, but that was the grading system. And the grading system we're promoting with this whole system is either A, B, not yet, or A, B, C, not yet. Typically, A, B means proficiency. A student will score proficient on the EOC or whatever your final exam is. So that's a grading system. Give them descriptive feedback like we have here. Hand it back to them and say, you're not done yet. Fix this thing and hand it back to me. Because we want students to continue learning, right? So if descriptive feedback is designed to keep that learning process going. You know where that grading system comes from? Anyone that's worked on a doctorate degree? When you hand in your dissertation the first time, they rip it apart, give it back to you, say, here, fix it. Sometimes they cross out everything if they start over again. I know people have handed in 18 times before it's finally accepted. And it's designed for that because they don't want everybody to have a doctorate degree. I've worked on 3 doctorate degrees and I've never finished one. I've never finished one because I got tired of that process. So I have specialist degree, specialist degree, specialist degree. Any questions on descriptive versus evaluative feedback? The last page has a sorting activity. Read those over. It shows you the effects of using the adverse effects of evaluative feedback and the positive effects of using descriptive feedback. Read those over. And we'll go through the ticket off the door. Tell me one aha that you got from reading over the adverse effects or the positive.
Again, it's judgmental, and kids stop learning because they feel like they've already been judged to that point, and there's no need to keep going.
Exactly.
They're going to be successful.
Okay, one thing, positive or something from the adverse effects or the positive effects. Either one. One highlight.
Effort leads to success.
Okay?
On the positive side, the student will believe in themselves, so it'll be maybe more of an intrinsic motivation.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. They'll start believing in themselves.
On the positive side, their efforts tell how they'll be in the long run.
Right. We want them to continue working, don't we?
On the adverse side, I wanted to talk about how they think, oh, just because I'm able to do it, that's enough.
Right. I'm either born with it or I'm not born with it. My work ethic will have nothing to do with it, no matter how hard I work.
Adverse students worried about being judged as capable or
Right. It buries them down. I'm going to tell you a story about that in a few seconds. This table, just give me one for the whole table.
Student focusing on personal success.
Yeah, it all becomes so personal to them.
And the student believes in his or her ability to learn. We already said
Right,
these.
right, perfect. Okay, perfect. So here's something I'll share with you. I was a principal of Southeast Guilford High School in Guilford County. Had about 1,440 students. Every single year I had 440 new freshmen coming into my school. Of those 440, 40 of them never passed one subject in 6th grade, 7th grade, or 8th grade. 40 out of 440 every single year came to me, not even passing PE. So I met with their parents and the students in the summertime, all 40 of those, one parent at a time. And what the parents told me is, because I talked to them about the high school is a very different place than the middle school, and I talked to them about failing, and that we do everything we can to support our students at the high school. But the parents would typically put their hands on my hand and say, Mr. Kramer, you will not be able to convince my child that an F is a failure grade. And I said, what do you mean? My child failed every single subject in 6th grade. I begged them to hold them into the 6th grade, and they pushed them on to the 7th grade. Then, at the end of 7th grade, they failed every single subject. I begged them, please keep them in the 7th grade. They pushed them on to 8th grade. And the same thing happened in the 8th grade. F means to my child the lowest passing grade. And then we have to change that culture once they get here to the high school, right? Because you can't do that because we can't push them onto college with that level of understanding. Cost me a lot of money to ensure those students didn't turn into dropouts, right? But I put a whole team together, including guidance counselors and intervention specialists and EC specialists, to make sure those students were successful in our high school. And we saved, our failure percentage turned out to be like 2 or 3% of those students. So we were able to save the vast majority. but it was extremely expensive for us to do that. All right, so here we go. Ticket out the door. You ready for the question? If I want learning to continue for a given student, we use what kind of feedback? Descriptive is correct. If we want learning to end, we incorporate the use of? Evaluative feedback is correct. Blank feedback is designed for both formative and benchmark. Descriptive is correct. Blank feedback is designed only for summative assessments. Yeah, so think about that. Only evaluative feedback, only summatives, which is your EOCs, your final exam. Any other type of assessment you give, you should be using some form of descriptive feedback, so learning continues. Because providing quality descriptive feedback, you saw how wordy it was, right? Is time consuming. It's important for educators to shift away from large, cumulative, low-level assessments. Most multiple choice tests are knowledge-based information. Towards blank, blank, blank. What are the 3 blanks? Smaller. More frequent is correct. In higher order. In higher order means both a combination of application and rigor. Again, most multiple choice tests, if you look at them, they're somewhere in that knowledge-based information range. Perfect. Any questions on that? Number 5 is your information, so you have to tell me. So let's go around the room and tell me, if a student doesn't get it the first time in your school, how does your school behave? So give me one way that you help students that don't get it the first time. And we'll go around the room. One way.
Oh, summer school?
Summer school, okay.
Yeah, like I said, the credit or the credit recovery.
Credit recovery, good.
You talking about my classroom?
Yep. Just one way if they don't get it the first time.
Well, we go back and do analysis of questions and things that they don't do and reteach it.
Okay, reteach, retest, right? Okay, another method?
Just keep on doing it until they get it.
Keep on reteach. So it's the spiraling. Okay,
I do over and over and over.
Reteaching, but we normally try to scaffold it a little different.
okay. Reteaching, but in a different method. Okay,
We, like he was talking about the data analysis, we find the most missed question on the test and then reteach them through bell ringers and things like that.
okay.
We use small groups.
Small groups, good. It's called small groups with the same skill deficits. Good.
Sometimes I'll go back through my mastery chart and review.
Okay, I'll review and reteach.
Usually do the data analysis on the questions.
Okay. What do you do, Mr.?
Reteach standards, small group instruction.
Okay.
Well, mine's much longer. I said the pyramid of interventions, including core instructions if the whole class is not getting it, targeted students in small groups, and individual students one-to-one.
Perfect. Any of those would be great on your test. And you just have to, it says list strategies, so any 2. So if you put any 2, you'll get that one correct. Any 2 of the things you talk.
With teachers, or is go back and work with them, go back and follow up.
Yeah.
See if they've gotten it.
And then you have EC, right, at the school. So that's a tier 2, tier 3 support. What other types of things from the community to help students that are really struggling?
We try to bring in mentors or, partners, somebody that can work with them, connect them. There's a lot of resources, try to connect them to different, either tutoring service or even at campus. Where we
Yeah.
bring in
And guidance counselor, I'm sure, get involved, right?
We have a CFST team, where we really start analyzing, looking at home life, absences, circumstances, kid may be living in the vehicle at that time, so we start trying to really peel it all the way back, because it may not be a learning deficit, it may be
I know.
a living deficit.
And until you get into administration, you don't understand all the things that students come to your school with, besides worrying
It's good that they're even here.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, any question on that one? Any 2 will do to answer that, because it just says list strategies, so strategy is more than 1. All right, in order to effectively promote 21st century learning skills and higher order thinking rigor, students must be provided the opportunity to collaborate is absolutely correct. If you give students the opportunity to talk to each other, it's very hard not to hit higher order thinking skills. If you don't give them a chance to talk to each other, it's very difficult to promote higher order thinking skills. All right, you ready for the themes? What are they? They don't have to be in order. Just tell me the blurb. Which one do you say? Okay, global awareness, and what is it?
That's bringing the outside in.
Yep, bringing the outside world into your classroom. You need to write that whole thing. Global awareness, bringing the outside world into the classroom.
Health literacy.
Okay, health literacy, what should that say?
Health literacy
Yes,
is understanding.
starts with decisions. Okay, health literacy, tell me what the blurb is. Right, decisions we make about how we take care of ourselves impact every aspect of our lives. You have to write that whole thing. Give me another one. Okay, environmental literacy, what does that say?
We create waste and waste takes up space.
And there's another piece to it. We use resources and? Yeah, and resources are not unlimited. So we use resources, and resources are not unlimited. We create waste, and waste takes up space. That's environmental literacy. Did we talk about civic literacy yet? What is civic literacy?
It is that you're part of a democracy and you have a voice.
Right. We are part of a democracy, and we all have a voice. That's civic literacy. How about financial? Yep, you have to give something to get something is financial. Did we cover them all? Is that all five? So remember, you have to put the word, and then you have to put the little blurb for that answer. Any questions on the themes? Okay, skills. Oh, you have a question?
Yeah, I did.
Which one?
Global awareness, environmental literacy.
Okay, global awareness, you have to write, bringing the outside world into the classroom.
Yes.
Okay? Financial, you have to give something to get something. Civic, we are part of democracy and we have a voice. Health, decisions we make about how we take care of ourselves impact every aspect of our lives. Environmental, we use resources and resources are not unlimited. We create waste and waste takes up space. And then the skills, you can write any 5 of these skills. There's tons of them. Flexibility, adaptability, initiative, self-direction, social and cross-cultural skills, productivity, accountability, leadership, responsibility, personal productivity, personal responsibility, people skills. There's a bunch more. Let's see, creativity, innovation, critical thinking, problem solving, communication, collaboration, textual learning skills, information literacy, media literacy, information, communication, and technology literacy. So all those are skills, and you just need to list 5 of them. Questions on those 2 questions?
Can you shorten number 7?
What's that?
Maybe part of the definition can I shorten for number 7? Or no? Can I shorten part of it for the executive?
Shorten number 7, is that the theme? I already shortened it. So let me look at numbers. Number 7 is, no, I've already shortened it from a paragraph down to those little blurbs. So I took a 5-sentence paragraph and made a blurb for you. But yeah, you need that whole blurb. As long as it means the same thing. It doesn't have to be exact wording, just so it means the same thing. Did I finish? Name 5. Yep, okay, that's it. Any questions on the ticket out the door? What didn't I cover? Did I cover everything on the learning target? I did? Okay, so as soon as you're ready to take it out the door, you can notice that there's a lot of red left. So you have plenty of time that you can study if you need to. But if you're ready for the ticket out the door, I'll hand it to you. Hand in your ticket out the door on top today with your name on it and your lesson plan on the bottom. And remember, you'll get 2 scores today, 1 for your learning target, and you'll get a 1, 2, or 3 for your lesson design. All right, we have ticket out the door people ready already. You were ready before we started.
Lorraine and Rosemary, don't leave. I want to sing it for you.
You have plenty of time to study if you need to. Plenty of time. Lots of red left. 25 minutes. But study for next week. Next week when you come in, you'll start the test right away. We won't review anything. No review. So this is the grading. This is the grading system for the summative. So if they get 63 through 70 correct, or 70 answers in the test, they'll be blue. 56 through 62 will be green. 49 to 55 is yellow. That's non-proficiency. And then red is 0 to 48. And then they'll also get a 1, 2, or 3 on their lesson design. So they'll get 2 grades, the application grade and the knowledge base grade. That's April 7th.
That's kind of the colors, you know, we do our mastery.
I know. I try to keep everything consistent. In the first group, everyone got 100, and only 1, 2. Everyone else is a 1. Because they're handing in both their lesson, and I'm doing it today, and their test today. So everyone's getting it. Oh, gosh. Good. Perfect. And the people that I'll be observing? Perfect. Good. Good. Perfect. Perfect. You ready? Nope. Not yet.
Sure. Hope for the best.
You know you have it. You got it.
We don't have a lot of room to run all this.
Yeah, you can put it on the back. You can put it on the back. You ready? Oh, you're already finished?
Oh, yeah, okay.
And where are the blurbs for these? Remember, you have to not only tell what the theme is, but the blurb for the thing. Yeah, you can write wherever you want to.
Okay.
Yep, you sure can. You can write on the back the themes because I didn't leave you very much space in the number 7 spot. So you can put it on the back or any place you want to put it. I'll find it. Before you hand yours in, raise your hand, because I'm going to do something before you hand yours in. So let me know when you're almost finished. Don't hand it in yet. You're done? Okay, everyone pay attention just for a second. The first people are getting ready to hand their tests in. To be fair to everyone, I want to do this before they hand it in. So you ready? Look at number 7. So I'm going to read some things to you in no particular order, but I'm going to read them to you. Ready? So here are the themes: global awareness, financial literacy, civic literacy, health literacy, and environmental literacy. And again, in no particular order, I'm going to read the blurbs. Decisions we make about how we take care of ourselves impact every aspect of our lives. Say what? Oh, you don't have it yet? Bummer. Do you want it? Well, they all have it.
You said decisions.
I said decisions we make about how we take care of ourselves impact every aspect of our lives. I'll slow down so she can catch up. I'm sorry. Again, these are in no particular order. Are you ready for the next one? Bringing the outside world into the classroom. Bringing the outside world into the classroom. Okay, we're fine. Okay. You ready for the third one? No? Okay. Ready? Okay, we use resources, and resources are not unlimited. We create waste, and waste takes up space. That's all for the same one. Okay, next. Decisions we make about how we take care of ourselves impact every aspect of our lives. Decisions we make about how we take care of ourselves impact every aspect of our lives. I think there's one more, right? And the last one, you have to give something to get something. I think that's all 5. I think that's all 5. Put your lesson plan on top. Check out the door. Check out the door on the top. Excuse me. Lesson plan on the bottom. My fault. My fault. Thank you. Have a good day. Next time you come in, just take the test and your lesson plan. And one lesson plan. So you'll get 2 grades. And you'll get an application grade and you'll get a knowledge-based grade. Just like today.
So give us enough space to write all of them.
I know. I don't think you do on that other test either. But there's a back.
But you can space it.
I know, but I've already printed it. It's all right. Just look at there it is right there. See if there's enough space. There's the test. That's the test.
Could you probably note down just in case I'm missing anything so I'll know?
Yeah, I'm going to give you
next time?
descriptive
Okay.
feedback. I'll give you descriptive feedback. If you don't get a 1. If you get a 1, I'm not going to give descriptive feedback.
It'll be
And most
tight.
people had 1s.
It'll be really tight, but you've got enough space
Yeah.
on the back.
Yeah, you got it.
I did have a question about this.
So you just put, I'm not coming back.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Don't take my test.
I'm not right here.
Here, thanks. Right here's the, yeah, right here.
Yeah,
If I got
plans on
3/5 of number 7, that might be close enough.
What? Oh my God. I turned it into a multiple choice. I mean, what do you call that? Matching. I turned it into a matching.
Left one
So
off.
you said which one was again?
It doesn't make any difference. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Where'd you want?
Right here's fine.
I
Right
got
here.
3
I'll have a
feet.
graded, I'll have a grade in back of your boxes before my next group.
I misunderstood. I thought you put the,
It makes no difference. It makes no difference. I said 2 different things, actually. I said two different things. Thanks. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Which one did you miss?
I don't know that one.
The one?
So I have I think I have the help. I don't know.
Where's yours?
Okay, this one. So like, is health literacy decisions we make? About?
Yeah.
Okay, and then environmental, bringing the outside.
No. Environmental.
That's civil.
That's global.
What?
Fix it.
See,
That's global.
this is the
Bringing.
one.
Think about that. Bringing the outside world, the globe.
Oh.
Right? Global.
Oh, environmental is the one where we have like a number of resources.
Right. Right. There's a limited number of resources. Yeah.
What is it? Civil? We are
So-
part of a democracy.
So the environmental, we use resources and resources are not unlimited. We create waste and waste takes up space. But I took a paragraph and I made it into these little words.
Yeah. So
The paragraph,
I'm just really new at this.
it's part of your evaluation, you know. 21st century themes and skills are part of your teacher evaluation.
I just learned about this like a week ago. I hadn't memorized it yet.
Okay, I'm turning off the